girls. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, for the last time this week, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the show where a way with words can lead to playing for pounds, of course. And the first of our celebrity pyramid partners has spent an awful long time in the Rover's return pulling pints, but today she hopes to be piling points. Please welcome Sue Jenkins. It's lovely, nothing like glory, this glamorous image here.
Absolutely not.
And
no.
in fact, you're out of the show for a while for a very, very good and personal reason.
Yes, I'm involved in my own production. I'm having a baby.
Oh, well, that's nice. Terrific. You're hoping for a boy or a girl?
Well, I've got a little girl, so now it doesn't really matter.
All right, well,
as long as everything's fine.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us here.
Thank
Don't
you.
do anything while the show's
No,
running, will you
don't get
please?
excited.
We're now going to welcome back a gentleman who yesterday won himself for £50 playing with Brian Glover, Charles Mott from Sevenoaks in Kent. What do you do for a living, Charles?
I'm a personnel manager.
With what sort of company?
A firm of consulting engineers up in London.
Oh, right. So you travel to and from town every day, do you?
That's right, yes.
Do you drive or do you use the rail?
Usually on the train.
Usually on the train.
Yes.
Good man, BR would be proud of you. We have here Charles and Sue, ladies and gentlemen. Right, OK, in the opposition corner, we welcome a man who's a top Radio 1 DJ. He's got a head which is full of pop facts and figures. Will you please welcome Mr. Mike Reed? Actually, nice to see you again, dear boy, but not just that. You've been doing all these sort of intellectual and highbrow things recently, haven't you?
Well, not really. I mean, a book of poems out.
Book of poems.
And we're doing a musical on Rupert Brooke in the new year, so...
And, of course, you've got to be, what, 18 months or well, a bit more than that ago now. You actually had your lifelong ambition. You wrote a hit record, too.
Yes, it was part of the John Betjeman musical that David Essex did, a song called Mavanwi, which was wonderful.
There is no end to this man's talent, Mike. Nice to see you here.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show. And let's meet the lady who's partnering Mike, Carol Ann Sevitt, who lives in Edgware in Middlesex. And she says she's just a housewife. But, Carol Ann, there's a lot more to it than just that, I'm sure. You're a busy girl, I'm sure, aren't you?
Yes, yes.
What sort of hobbies do you have?
Well, I run a brownie pack and I'm involved very much with brownies and scouts.
Dib, dib, dib and dob, dob, dob. No, actually, they don't do that in the brownies, do they? And you play bridge, too?
Yes, well, I started about 18 months ago and I'm enjoying it very much, yes.
Right. I play a very good dummy hand in that, I can tell you. Nice to have you.
I think mine's best dummy hand as well.
Carol Ann and Mike, ladies and gentlemen. Right, OK, let's pop a few pyramid categories on the board, shall we, and see what we've got for our delectation and whatever. Card, times, played again, little nipper. We have two in a bed, toy boys, and room at the top. Don't forget the naughty noises, the sounds around, like this for a correct answer. And the awful one, if anything should go wrong. That's for a breach of the rules, when one of our contestants will have used a word that's to be seen on theirs and your screen, OK? So they mustn't do that. But there is another nice sound around, too. And that is because behind one of those categories lurks a special Lucky 7 prize, OK? Let's hope that that goes on the show as well. Sue, it's your first choice. What would you like?
Well, I think it's relevant if I have little nipper.
Yes, I think it is indeed. You're quite right. But, however, far from what you think, we have words associated with the word crab.
Oh.
And the example is dressed, all right? So we have 7 more of those and 30 seconds starting now.
This is in the sea. And it's pretty, and it makes a necklace sometimes.
Oysters.
It's also
Pearls.
kind of petrol.
Shell.
That's right. The crab has these
Claws.
at the shop, yes. And we have it sometimes in a little jar, and it's called
Pate, paste.
it's called it rhymes with sotted, like sotted crab.
Potted crab.
That's right. And crabs do this. Ooh, ooh, and it
Pinch.
hurts. Yes. And it falls from a tree, and it's an Adam's...
Apple.
Yes.
Yeah, that was very good. Yes, thinking sideways there, too. The crab apple, of course, is a tiny little red one, isn't it? A slightly bitter flavour. You've got yourself 5 points. Right, so Team 2 making a spectacle of themselves. So already they haven't even started. What would you like, Mike?
Toy boys.
Toy boys, right. Things found in a toy shop. Your example is skateboards, OK? Which have been out and in and back in again. You've got 30 seconds on the clock, and it starts now.
Goes up and down from your hand.
Yo-yo.
Bowl a ball at them along an alley.
Skittles.
They're glass and they roll along the ground.
Marbles.
You mould it into shapes.
Plasticine.
You put it together in pieces.
Lego.
No, in a square.
Jigsaw puzzle.
What you just said, second word.
Puzzle.
You squirt water out of it.
Water, sorry. Oh!
Oh, he could kick himself.
Oh, I could squirt myself.
Or even squirt himself in the eye because he said water, but nevertheless, they've got 6 points.
Thank you.
Well, a few scores being mounted up here, and Charles Mott is having a little discussion with Sue. What would you like?
2 in a bed, please.
That is an offer you may refuse, Sue, by the way, I hasten to add. We have here 7 things associated with the game of darts, right? For example, watch, which is what you do for a game of darts. You would watch it. And, of course, if you manage to guess all 7 correctly here, Sue, there will be a special pyramid prize on offer for Mr. Mott. So, 7 things associated with the game of darts, and 30 seconds start now.
Before you throw the dart, you...
Aim.
The centre of the board.
The bullseye.
A group of you play for a darts...
A team.
No, you might go somewhere else. No,
Another pub.
no, thing you hit balls with when you're playing
bat.
golf. No, in golf.
A golf club.
20 less than 200.
80. 180.
To take away from.
180.
No, to take...
Oh, minus. Oh.
You were having fun there anyway, weren't you? Nevertheless, 180, but in fact, 8 points. I'll never do it as well as that, Tony. It's smashing great. Well, what do you say then? Carol Ann, what would you like?
Play it again, please.
Right, OK. We shall have for you now words associated with the piano. Your example is upright, which Mike sits up. You've got 30 seconds starting now.
You put your foot on it.
Pedal.
Ebony and...
Ivory.
You turn a lock with one.
Key.
We all gather around the piano and have a...
Sing-song.
It's very posh piano. It's a...
Grand.
On the grand piano, you pull down the...
The lid.
You get on it to weigh yourself.
Scale.
Yes, that's wonderful. Yes, they've got 13 points. They did the lot.
Well done. Well done.
Great shame, of course, that one was not the lucky 7 because they did manage to get all 7 guests correctly, but it's given them a fair lead, anyway, of 5 marks at the moment. You tried the lucky 7 the last time, didn't get all 7. Which will you choose now, then, Sue?
Room at the top.
Right, OK. We have words associated with the Alps, very high mountains, of course. Your example is skiing. So think the Alps, and 30 seconds starting now.
This is somebody who takes you around and shows you the way.
Alpine
Yes.
guide.
Yes. This is a very high, and it's like attitude. A high...
Altitude.
Yes. And these are all in the sky, and they are white and fluffy.
Clouds.
Yes. And this is an incline that we come down.
Ski slope.
That's right. And this is a kind of dog that shows you around and helps the blind.
Guide dog, St. Bernard.
Yes. And this is a certain kind of mobile thing in the air.
Ski lift.
Yeah, another word for it, like stable. Like,
Cable.
Yes. Oh, he realised it when they were just out of time. A cable car. Oh, it's a tie at the moment. 13 plays 13. But, of course, we've still got one category left here, card games and things associated with greeting cards. For example, a christening we have here, all right? Mike is going to describe, and therefore Carol Ann will do the guessing. You have 7 things associated with greeting cards, and your time starts now.
Send a card to ask you to come.
Invitation.
65 years old, you stop work.
Retirement.
Little one just born.
Newborn baby. Congratulations on the birth of a baby. A newborn baby card.
What you just said, long word. Beginning with C.
Congratulations.
Hope you're not too ill.
Wish you better. Get well card.
Happy...
Birthday. Anniversary.
festive.
Yep, out of time, but it doesn't matter. With 18 points, Carol Ann and Mike Reed are the winners. Well, Mr. Mott, you haven't got a lot, but you've got £50 from yesterday, and I know that everybody who comes here enjoys playing this show, and you played it in the best of spirits.
Thank you very much, Jimmy.
And they caught you drinking in the dressing room. No, no, it's been wonderful to see you here, Charles.
Thanks
and you
a
take
lot.
the Pyramid Trophy too. Thanks for being with us. You play again, of course, in
Yeah.
part 2, Sue. In the meantime, Mike and Carol Ann are going to play for pounds. Right, it's terrific, this, isn't it?
It's exciting.
It is exciting, yeah, absolutely. Right, well, you're going to see the 6 categories here, Mike, this time, of course, and Carol Ann has to guess them from your descriptions. It's as simple as that, really. Don't use the old German bands. Yes, sit on them. That's
I'll sit on
the right. Sit on your hands. And what else can I say, except wish you lots of luck. We hope you're going to make the full 275. We've got 60 seconds, and it starts now.
Makes of spectacles.
Makes
of spectacles.
types of glasses.
Things that human beings do when they're happy.
Items,
Football, cricket,
games
hockey,
that people play.
a little Nell,
Dickens novels. Dickens stories.
Martin Chuzzlewit, Smike,
Dickens
Quilt.
characters.
funnel, passengers,
A ship,
portholes,
liner, cruise liner.
happy, good time, 2 weeks only,
A cruise, fortnight in a cruise.
bits of,
Bits of
bits of,
parts of a cruise.
places, story. I'm making a wonderful meal here. My meal is wonderful.
Good describing that. Very good indeed. $50 and 25. That's £125. Carol Ann, you will play, of course, with Sue in part 2 and a new contestant for Mike Reed. We'll see in just a moment on the Pyramid Game. Thank you very much indeed. Yes, final show of this week, but they are on the ball today, our contestants. Carol Ann Sevitt has £125 to her credit now. She won that with Mike Reed in part 1 of the show. Therefore, we welcome someone else to play with Mike because Carol Ann has popped across to play with Sue. We welcome Tony Walker, who is 21 and he lives in Cheshire. Welcome to you, Tony.
Thanks.
Not so long ago, of course, you were a university student. Last year you graduated, didn't you, I
Yes.
think? From which university was that?
From Warwick University, yeah.
Where you are. I'll do my Bamba Gascoigne now. Reading what?
History, Renaissance history.
Renaissance history.
Yeah.
Did you do all that in the university itself, or did you manage to visit?
No, it was called Renaissance because we went to Venice. It was
Did you
one of
really?
the sacrifices we had to make.
And tell the absolute truth here as well. I mean, as a student in Venice, did you spend all your time looking at the, the relics and the art and all that, or were you mostly having a few glasses of Chianti and eating spaghetti?
Working.
You were working, I'm sure you were, because his lecturer's watching at this very moment. Nice to have you with us, Tony. Tony Walker, ladies and gentlemen. All right, OK, let's have a look at these new categories on a fresh Pyramid Game here. We have Old Bailey, Won't You Come Home, Repartee, Odds or Evens, Fasten Up, Level Pegging, and Mind Your Man-Ors. What lies behind those? We do not know. One, of course, of those will be the Lucky 7 special prize. See if that gets one in this part of the programme. Mike, you've got to choose.
Well, let Tony choose anything he lets me.
Oh, right. Odds or evens.
Odds or evens, right. We have here things that have numbers on them, right? For instance, scales, that I think you will weigh yourself with, OK? Things that have numbers on, and your time starts now.
An oven that cooks quickly.
Microwave.
Dates are on it.
Calendar.
You turn these over in a book.
Pages.
They run you in when you're naughty.
Teachers.
And
Policemen.
Yes. You do your sums on this.
Calculator.
You take your temperature on this.
Thermometer.
You sew with these. Make
Needles,
pullovers. What kind
patterns.
What kind of needles?
Knitting needles.
OK, that'll do us. I think we get a big round for 7 points. Right, so there is something to live up to, Sue and Carol Ann. 7 points on the board so far. They've only played 1 round. What would you like then, Sue?
Fasten up.
Fasten up, right. We have 7 things here that you might associate with buttons. And your example, which I give you here, is shiny. 7 other things associated with buttons, and your time starts now.
These are made, it melts if you eat it, and it's under the heat, and the children love it. And eggs are made of it at Easter.
Chocolate.
Yes. And you put this on and you button it up in the winter.
Overcoat.
Yes. And you have a large, in fact, I will soon, a very
Belly.
large, yes. And ribbons and...
Bows.
Yes. This is made, you polish this and it rhymes with class.
Glass.
But it begins with a B.
Brass.
Yes. And this is, oh, she goes to the ball.
She goes to the ball. Unfortunately, just for the moment anyway, temporarily you've gone to the wall because you've run out of time. But you've done very well in that round. You got 5 points. Right, so 7 plays 5 with 4 to go. And Tony he's doing a bit of a dip, my blue ship there with it, I think. What would you like?
I think I would like... level pegging,
Level
please.
pegging, all right, this will be for you. We have things associated with the word flat. All right, like even. So flat surface is even, of course. 30 seconds on the clock. Again, it starts now.
If you're not in your...
Out.
Yes. A type of bowling, slow bowling. It's
Spins.
not fast, yes. You do these on Shrove Tuesday.
Pancakes.
Yes. If you're a male and you're single, you're not married, you're...
Spinster.
No, male, sorry.
Oh, you're a widower. No, you're...
No, type of group.
Oh, a bachelor.
Right. Drink it.
Tea.
Begins with B.
Beer.
Yes. Use it to get creases out of.
Iron.
Begins with B. It could have been Bovril. Now we know what you're like in the meaning, anyway. But it takes the boys on to 12 points. All right, a little bit of catching up still to be done here. OK, 7, in fact, you would need to be on even terms. Carol Ann, what would you like?
Repartee, please.
Repartee, you shall have. We have words starting with the letters R-E-P. All right, and your example is report. I hope you do well in this category. You've got 30 seconds. It starts now.
When you've been wicked, you want to...
Reproach.
No, you want to get better, you want to...
Reprieve.
No, you want to go, you go to church and you...
Repent.
Correct. You say it again, and you say it again.
Repeat.
And you answer my question with a...
Reply.
And you have all sorts of flies coming at you and you want to get rid of them.
Pass.
Snakes, crocodiles...
Reptiles.
You're very cross with somebody.
Right, OK. Now, the one that you passed on there, of course, was repel. Remember the old Spike Milligan? How do you repel borders? The answer being, don't change the sheets for a week. And it has, in fact, taken you on to 9 points. Righty-ho, here we are. Right, we've got Old Bailey and Mind Your Manners. What will you take then, Michael?
Oh, mind your manners.
Mind Your Manners, right. Things associated with stately homes, for instance, silverware, all right? 30 seconds on that clock. It starts now.
Hangs from the ceiling. Gives light.
Candelabra, chandelier.
Yes. You look in it to see where you're going, your route.
Mirror map.
Around the place. They give it to you when you come in.
Diagram.
To go around the place. So you can find your way around.
Pass.
You get lost in it. Hedges.
A maze.
Revisited.
Go back. Oh, Brideshead.
Sir.
Lord.
Stevie Wonder song. Sir.
Pass.
Gong, Stevie Wonder song, and oldie but goldie, Sir Duke, I remember it well. That takes the boys on to 15 points. Right, Old Bailey is going to be, and of course, we've got to hear this sound. Right, OK, well, if you manage to get all 7 here, not only will you win yourself the special Pyramid Prize, you will win the contest as well, OK? This, of course, for the girls. Now, Sue, you're going to be doing the describing, are you?
Yes.
All right, so Carol Ann, nice and relaxed here. In Old Bailey, we have 7 things associated with photography, right?
Oh, David Bailey.
Your example here is friends, because you often take photographs of friends, OK? 7 things associated with photography, and we have 30 seconds on the clock, starting now.
You take photos at these events where you have all your friends round for a
Parties.
celebration, yes. And you take what sometimes it's painted. And,
Portrait.
Yes. And you have this before you develop it.
Print, negative.
Yes. And you take them of your dog and your cat and your rabbit, and
Family
these are collectively
portrait.
called domestic.
Pets.
Yes. And you do this with a gun or a
You
camera.
shoot.
Yes. And you develop them in a very
Dark
not
room.
alike- Yes. And you take them to the where you get medicine from.
A chemist.
Yes.
Yes, they did it, they did it.
I don't believe you.
Well, that's pretty remarkable, girls. In fact, you did do it. You got all 7 answers correctly. That means you have won the special Lucky 7 prize, which on this occasion, as all our prizes are, is pyramid-shaped, and it's our special pyramid classic clock. Well done to you there, Carol Ann. That's marvellous. Hope you'll enjoy having that on the mantel shelf. And also, of course, this remarkable comeback means that with 16 points, Carol Ann and Sue are the winners. Sorry we couldn't provide you with any cash, but I hope you've had a good time with us. And of course, you've got the pyramid trophy, the special one too. Thanks for being with us, Tony. Give him a nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Mike, we look forward to the, well, of course, the new musical, the poetry everybody's reading at the moment, the next hit record.
You're wonderful.
And all the radio shows. What can I say,
Great.
Mike? Thanks for being with us.
Thanks to you.
And now, of course, the ladies, being Sue and Carol Ann, are going to play for pounds. Right, by getting all your 7 points, you've managed to qualify for the game here, and we're going to play now for pounds, are we not? OK, this is where we put 60 seconds on the clock. You've got all the categories up there. There will be 6 of them, and it's phrases. Think of your keywords, remember all of that? Think of all the training you've had. Right, we put 60 seconds on the clock. We wish you well, both of you. Your time starts now.
Things we have on our feet. One word.
Footwear.
Yes. These are not indoor activities, they're the opposite.
Outdoor games.
Yes, another
Outdoor
word
sports.
for activities.
Outdoor.
The first part of the word sounds like something a cat does when it's happy, or... and the second
Outdoor
word
work.
is no, not indoor activities, outdoor...
Entertainment.
Pass. These are kinds of something that lights up a room.
Sorts of...
Or outside, we have a tall something post.
a sort of lamppost.
Yes, but another word for sorts of.
Types of.
Yes. A, B, C.
Alphabet.
We have them in a school, yes. And we have these in a school. What are they? Confessions, sounds like confessions. We have them, a teacher does it. And it's mathematics.
Progressions. Alphabetical progressions.
Progressions and lessons and all of that, eh?
Algebra lessons. Outdoor pursuits. Following.
Never understood that when I was doing it anyway. Do you remember that? Quadratic equations, remember doing those, eh? And all of that sort of stuff. And things outside brackets as well. Turn around and look at the other one too. It was outdoor pursuits. Yeah. Do you have any outdoor pursuits of your own?
Camping. I go camping with the Scouts each
Go
year.
camping with the Scouts. Sue, thanks for being with us today.
I've enjoyed it.
Particularly in this condition.
Yes, indeed.
Not
We
that-
both enjoyed it.
Not that we can see it anyway, and we wish you well there. Thanks for being with
Thank
us. Let me
you.
shake you by the hand. I must invite you, of course, Carol Ann, to join us on Monday's show, if you will. Will you do that?
I will try.
You will indeed, because so far you've got another £50 there, added to what? £175 in total. We'll see if you can play for a third time on Monday. That's when we'll be back, of course. I hope you'll have the most wonderful weekend, but the Pyramid Game returns to your screens at exactly the same time on Monday, and we hope to see you then. Cheerio.